Alright, today we're going to learn how to make no-knead pizza dough. What you need is some flour, some brown sugar, some sea salt, some yeast, some water, some olive oil, and a container to mix it all in. Now there's numerous variations we can do, and one of the things I'm doing here is I'm going to be using some Semolina flour to add to the regular flour. The all-purpose flour, and semolina flour, I'm going to add about a cup of it to the overall flour. Alright, so what we're going to do first is take a tablespoon of the brown sugar here, and we're going to mix our packet of yeast and a quarter cup of olive oil and about 2 3/4 cups of water, and I'm going to stir that and incorporate it really well, dissolve all the sugar and all that. Then I'm going to stir in my 1 cup of semolina flour and a few cups of the remaining flour, and stir it with a spoon. Whatever blends of flour you decide to use, you want to end up at about 6 1/2 cups of flour. At the same time, while I'm putting in the flour, I'm also putting in the salt. So I'm putting in a little bit of flour, a little bit of salt. I'm going to put in a total of about a tablespoon of salt. So you put in a little flour, a little bit of salt, a little flour, a little bit of salt, stir it, a little flour, a little bit of salt, till you are totally up to about 6 1/2 cups of flour, and you use about 1 tablespoon of salt throughout the whole process. And it's going to seem like a wet, sticky dough. At this point, you're going to put the top on your container if you want and shake it a couple times. Now it is important that you wait till it be solid before you shake it, because if it's liquid when you shake it, it will explode all over the place. The top will explode off and you'll have dough hanging off of the ceiling. Don't ask me how I know this, but it is an absolute fact. If you want to find out, give it a shot, but I would recommend it not shaking it when it's liquid. I'll set it out overnight and it will rise like this. I'll take the top off and you can take a look. All nice and bubbly and very glutinous. If you didn't have a container like this, you could use any container. This is the top of a KitchenAid mixing bowl. And the only thing you need to do is use some plastic wrap over the top, like I have here, to keep the moisture in while it's rising. I'll take the top off of that so you can see. You can see it's very glutinous as well. Works fine. You could do either or, but I like the plastic because it's easier to put into the refrigerator. You definitely want to refrigerate the dough before you make pizza. And one of the things I'll do is I'll separate the dough into these little Chinese food containers that are round with some olive oil in them, and refrigerate it like that, because it's easier to make a pizza if you're going to make a round pizza to start with something that's round to begin with. It will rise in this round container, and that should be perfectly fine if you want to make a round pizza. No-knead dough is a lot stickier than regular pizza dough, so I'd recommend, instead of hand tossing it, that you press it into a pan with oil on the bottom and let it rest and press it all the way out. It's kind of like how I would make a grandma pizza. Here I have it pressed out in a round pan. And most of the time I make bigger pizzas like this one here, which is a giant grandma pie, and I press it out the same way. And that's what it looks like when it's cooked. So that's it. No-knead pizza dough. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my video channel here on YouTube, and check out my blog at www.cooking-italian-recipes.com for great Italian recipes, tips on organic gardening, winemaking, and herbalism, and all other kind of fun stuff that I'm into. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, tell your friends. Take care.